Hey, good morning, little lovies. I hope that you are doing so great this morning. My heart has been very full this week to see your sweet faces on Zoom and to get an opportunity to talk to you and to do some show and tell. So that has been such a sweet time. And if you didn't get an opportunity to hop on this week, after spring break, we will do it again over a few days, and you can absolutely work with a parent to try to get you on to do that again. So, loves, we made it to spring break. This is your last day. I've got a few things for you. And then I hope that for the week of spring break, you can rest into your family, you can play with them, and you can enjoy your time with them. And I hope that you do some reading still, and I hope that you maybe do some math still to keep your brain going. But I will be sending an email later too with some more links of awesome, kind of fun exploring things for you to do over spring break if you need something to do from Mrs. Barker and Mrs. Storer. So have moms and dads be looking for that email later today. Okay, are you ready to get started? It's Friday, April 3rd. Friday, April 3rd. So it would be 4-3-20. 4-3-20. And our pattern up here, it's umbrella, rain, rain. Another rainy day. It's not rainy at my house today. It's just cloudy, not snowy. Umbrella, rain, rain. And let's do Saturday too. Oh, look at this one for Saturday. It's a boot. A galosh. Galoshes? Galosh is one, galoshes is two. That's kind of the European word for boots, galoshes. So maybe color this one green, because I think we've got a pink, now blue, and then a green one. Then if you want to carry that pattern through spring break next week, go ahead and do it, because when we get back together, I'll have mine all filled in for you too. Okay, so there's our calendar. Then if we add another straw, whoa, I've got 100, 110, 120, 130, you're right, 131, 132, 133, 134 days smarter. One group of 100, three groups of 10, 4, 1, 3, 4, 134 days smarter. Great job. Today's Friday, so I'd like you to try to say your memory verse to your parents. Exodus 12:13. When I see the blood, I will pass over you. When I see the blood, I will pass over you. Remember, it talks about the angel of death passing over the Hebrew people there in Egypt before they were finally freed. So there's our calendar math for you today. I hope you're checking off the weather, you're building your graph, you're doing the dice game still. All those great things that are in here to keep your brain sharp. Okay, did you write your first name and your last name? Not yet? Okay. Then today for handwriting, I noticed that my letters, I think this was maybe an older packet that I had and I didn't realize it before I gave it to you. So you're on I and J today, but what's funny is that our I up here looks like our normal I. Oh. But down here, it's got the hook on it, so it almost looks like a baby lowercase j. So what I would say is grab your marker and just make it the way that we make it. Do you see how I did that? So I didn't put the tape on it, I just did the straight line down. And then the other thing I noticed is on the J page, they forgot the line on the top for the capital J. Up here it has it just fine, but not here where you write it. So would you please trace it and then put the line on the top, put the hat on it still, okay? But we know, as we've read books, that sometimes letters are made just a little different. They're not quite the kindergarten way. And so this is an example, again, of how some of our letters are made just a little different than we make them, but it's still the same letter, okay? So I want you, though, to practice making it the kindergarten way, please. So I's and J's for today, and then we're gonna stop. And when we come back from spring break, then we'll keep going on some more of this packet for your handwriting. Okay, for Bible today, I want you to read the story about Easter Sunday. So we read about Good Friday and how sad that was yesterday. So your job is Easter Sunday today. And then if you want to keep going, you can read about how Jesus comes back and reveals himself to his friends and how not all of his friends believed that it was him. They thought that he was dead and you couldn't come back if you had died. And so there's some friends of Jesus, some of his best friends, the disciples, that didn't fully believe that he had come back. So sometimes it's hard to believe things when you can't see it for yourself. And so the disciples, even people in the Bible, had that same feeling. So you can read about some people there. Then here, last day of your Holy Week wheel, here's Easter Sunday, he lives. And I hope next week you get to take some great time with your family to really talk about Easter and what that means to your family. And Easter is going to feel so different for all of us without being able to meet in our big churches and have big dinners with our families at the same table. So I hope that you can find a creative way to still gather with your family and your loved ones for Easter and meet with your church too. So now we've made it through our phonics stuff this week and our reading stuff this week. Great job. So you can hop on Raz, do your writing if you haven't done writing yet. I don't have an ABC page for us this week because we just reviewed letters. So your last math, I'm gonna have you play the dice game again, the adding and subtracting, but look, I didn't start it for you. So you have to start it this time. And parents, you might need to help if their sum or their difference gets too small. That they might need to start over. So here's a game you can play, and you can even just play this game whenever you feel like playing it to help your math brain grow, okay? Then if you haven't gotten through this one, keep moving through this one. There's a funny, I laughed because there's a thing about nice to greet you back here, and I just thought, oh Lord, you're so funny that you would have this on a week and a time like this where we can't even touch each other. So now your greeting might be like a funny handshake over a video. So I miss hugging you though, all of you. It's starting to really affect my heart that I can't squeeze your little bodies in the morning. So loves, today would have also been Grandparents' Day where we'd have welcomed in all of our grandparents. So I would say maybe ask mom or dad if you can pick up the phone and call a grandparent today or FaceTime them and just tell them how much you love them. And what they mean to you, maybe what you love to do with them. So I hope that you have a great day today, and I miss your faces. I miss being together with you, but I know that the Lord has us safe in our homes right now for a reason and a purpose, and I am believing good things for all of this. So I love you. Have a great spring break, and I miss your faces.